Hi there guys, and welcome to Recently Seen. This is more of a straight up review thing than the regular episodes where I just talk about a movie I've seen recently. Not necessarily a recent movie, just whatever I've seen lately and feel like talking about. And today, I want to talk about the 1991 animated film, The Princess and the Goblin. The young Princess Irene is playing outside one day when she gets captured by a race of underground-dwelling goblins. Thankfully, she's soon saved by a miner's boy named Curdy and they become fast friends. However, the goblins are not done. They're actually planning to attack the castle and abduct Princess Irene in order to marry her off to their goblin prince so he can become the king of the Sun People. It's now up to Irene and Curdy to save the castle using little more than song and a piece of magic string. I haven't read the book that this movie is based on, so I'm going to just have to judge the movie on its own, and from what I can see, it's a straight up classic fairy tale. We have all the classic elements. There's the fair princess, there's the brave knight, there's the mysterious helper, and there is the monsters that need to be defeated. And really, aside from some changes to how goblins work, like their weakness to song and their feet being very sensitive and the rest of their body being completely invulnerable, you're really not gonna be surprised at any twists and turns this story takes, but that doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, you're just there for the adventure. For the most part, the voice acting in this movie is really good, and especially with the goblins. They have these over-the-top villain voices that really set them apart as individual characters, while still keeping them firmly in the realm of evil race of creatures in a children's fantasy story. With the human characters, it's a bit more downplayed. Most of them could stand to give their character a bit more of a personal spin, but you're not really gonna find anyone glaringly annoying or devoid of emotion, even though they do go a bit too typical of a route. As for the music, there is one song in this movie, and as cheesy as it is, and believe me it is cheesy, and as often as it is repeated, and believe me it's repeated often, it's a pretty good and enjoyable number that is likely to put a smile on your face. Much like the basic fairy tale good versus evil story going on here in the first place. Visually, this movie is a snore. It would be a shame to call it awfully animated because it really isn't, but it does show its age and its limitations in places, and that's a bit of a shame. But this wouldn't bother me so much if the movie at least had an interesting art style, and it doesn't. It doesn't have any art style, really. At the end of the day, while it's competently animated and there's definitely some fun creature designs here and there, it just ends up looking like a $5 coloring book you buy to keep your kids preoccupied for a couple hours. I mean seriously, take a look at Irene and Curdy here and tell me they have any instantly recognizable traits whatsoever. They don't. In fact, the film seems to try a little too hard to remember that it's a cartoon now and then. The goblins are acceptable, they use the tunage to really give themselves some fun designs and the backgrounds are great to look at, but there are scenes that just decide to go all out wacky cartoon hijinks, and it really disturbs the otherwise great pace of this story. For instance, there's a scene where a goblin cat is trying to attack Princess Irene in her sleep, and a castle mouse decides to defend her, and it just turns into this horribly defanged version of a Tom and Jerry gag, and it doesn't really fit the classic fairy tale we're going with here, and I just wish this movie would give itself a style, and it doesn't at any point. All in all, The Princess and the Goblin is a pretty enjoyable animated film. It's a straight up fairy tale that doesn't feel the need to excuse itself for that and just rolls with it, and you know what? Sometimes that's really nice to see. The kids in the household are gonna be thrilled by this, and it has all the basic morals of finding bravery within yourself and all that good stuff. But it also has enough enjoyable villain characters that the adults are going to have fun watching it too. So, is it a bit lukewarm? Yeah, it is. But if all you're looking for is a fun little fantasy story, then this is not a movie you're gonna regret watching. It's just not one you're gonna be in any hurry to rewatch anytime soon either. This has been Recently Seen, and I'll see you guys later. Hi guys, and thanks for watching this short review. There'll be more of those if you subscribe to my channel, where you can also watch my main show, Fiction Addiction. The first episode is right there. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you want to stay updated on video releases, and if you just want to know what's going through my head at the moment. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you next time.